So let's say, growing up, you lived in a real dangerous area, maybe a long, long time ago. And every time you went outside, arrows were being shot and swords were being drawn. And so you decided at a pretty early age that you were going to put some armor on. And so you got some really nice metal armor that fit you well and covered you to protect you from all of these things. And it worked. You didn't get hit with the arrow, you didn't get hit with the sword. It kept you safe. But as you grew up, you kept the same armor on. And the older you got, the bigger you got, the more that armor started to cut into your skin, the more that armor started to restrain your breathing, the more that armor started to hurt you. So this very, very thing that was meant to protect you as a child is now hurting you as an adult. And so many times we do this same exact thing. We put on armor growing up, and it works, so we keep it. But then that very armor starts to hurt us. It starts to harm us. Maybe growing up, we weren't allowed to talk about our feelings. We weren't allowed to express ourselves. We weren't allowed to have a voice. So we didn't. We shut down our emotion. We didn't say what we meant. We didn't use our voice, and that worked. We didn't get in trouble. We didn't get hurt. But then we got to be an adult, and we continued not to share our feelings. And we continued not to use our voice. We continued to do the things that kept us safe as a kid. But then they end up hurting us as an adult. And so if you find yourself in those situations where you're continually protecting yourselves, maybe you need to, and maybe you should keep doing that. But also a good question is to think about the people in your life, and maybe they're a little bit safer than the people you grew up with. And if they're not, maybe it's time to find some safe people so we can eventually take that armor off.